What is good with y'all, man? So today we are going to be going over the best wide receiver archetypes in Madden 22 right now. A couple days ago, I think we did a video going over the best QB archetypes in the game. Now, the thing was with receivers is though, like quarterbacks, we had to do it as if right now. We couldn't do quarterbacks in the future because, you know, quarterbacks, it's going to change for the archetypes. Who the best is going to be for wide receivers, it stays the same all year. Who the best is, it's just like last year. You know, who gets route tech for the cheapest, who gets slot apprentice for how much, and you know, whatever, because some of the best wide receiver abilities are, you know, route tech, slot apprentice is really good, and yeah, those are really the best abilities. Yeah, you got your deep in elites, your deep out elites, and all those, but it really comes down to who's getting route tech for the cheap, because I think we can all agree route tech is probably the best wide receiver ability in the game. But obviously every archetype gets their own abilities for, you know, cheaper AP, and sometimes it just comes down to does it fit your offense. But we're just talking as an overall whole of how does it fit everybody, you know what I mean? So there's 4 archetypes. We got deep threat, slot, route runner, and what's the other one? Physical. I don't think I said physical. Yeah, physical. So those are the 4 archetypes. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So the worst wide receiver archetype in the game is deep threat, and it's really because deep threats just really don't get very good abilities. And when they finally do get like the good abilities and stuff, they all cost, you know, they're just expensive. I think the ones that deep threat gets for like a, you know, a reasonable price, I think they get outside apprentice, you know, obviously the deep outs and the deep ins, but really, you know, once they get route tech and once they get like, you know, slot apprentice, which, you know, takes a lot longer for them, it costs a lot more. So it's like, and plus they got to be a lot higher of overall to get it than some of the other guys, and it's usually like, you know, 3, maybe even 4 AP. I think it's just 3 AP for everybody, but the point is, it's, you know, it takes a lot longer for these guys. Like right now, deep threats, the abilities they get right now are kind of ass. So yeah. All right, so for the third archetype, we have Mike Evans, or I said Mike Evans, physical. Sorry, I was just looking at the card. Physical. So with physical, I think at 90 overall, they do get route tech, which is better than deep threat, because at 90 overall, deep threats don't get route tech, but at 90, the physical guys do get route tech, but the problem is it's 3 AP, and besides that, that's really the only good ability they get. Like, yeah, they get the outside apprentice, but I think it's like 2 AP or something like that. And plus, I'll be honest, outside apprentice is just kind of like meh, to be honest. But you know, they get honorary lineman, backlash, and stuff like that. But honestly, those abilities are kind of not all that, to be honest. So it's like meh. So the reason I put the physical over the deep threat is just because at least at 90 he gets, you know, route tech. So for number 2, we have slot. I would say slot is the second best wide receiver archetype. So slot, it actually surprisingly, route tech is 3 AP for it. I thought it was 2 AP. No, but it does get Slotomatic for 2 AP, which Slotomatic isn't that bad. I don't know, I haven't really used it this year. I know, you know, from last year it was pretty good. I've seen some people use it this year. It is pretty good. The only problem with it is it's for like shorter routes and stuff like that, but it is still pretty good. Obviously he also gets a slot apprentice for like 1 AP. So yeah, I mean, slot is very good. It's just that obviously we know what the best archetype is, and I'm going to break down why it is, but slot is just, it's right there just as good with it. You really can't go wrong with it. So yeah. So the best wide receiver archetype in the game, route runner. Now route runner, you get route tech for 2 AP. They also do get a slot apprentice. I'm not sure if it's 1 AP or 2 AP, but I do know they do get it, and they get all the deep ends. I mean, route runner pretty much gets they get like every ability. They get all the abilities. They get route tech for the cheap. I mean, route runner is just overall, it's the best one. I mean, it's basically slot, but with more abilities and cheaper, because yeah, it's just what it is. Route runner's the best, and so it's always going to be the best. I mean, obviously, once we get to the end of the game, everyone's going to get all the fucking abilities. So like, you know what I mean? You can't say, oh well, maybe later in the year deep threat will be better. Well, by the time deep threat's better, everyone gets all the abilities, so it'll be such a high overall, it doesn't fucking matter. But Route runner gets the abilities for cheaper, and they just get the best ones. So that's why it is the best. So but at the end of the day, look, you can get whatever receivers you want. The receivers I have on my team, I got Devontae Smith, he's a route runner. I got Marcus Colston, he's a physical receiver. I got Roy Williams, he's a physical receiver. I don't look at receivers based on like what archetype and abilities they are, unless I'm trying to get one in particular. Like for me, I do have to have at least one route tech on the field. For me personally, I only need one route tech. I just need one route tech, so that's why I got Devontae. I also run the Eagles theme team, so of course I'm gonna have fucking Devontae. But yeah, so, but if you're a guy that likes to get, you know, guys strictly based on their archetype, make sure everybody fits your scheme. Definitely look for route runners. That is something that you would want to look for. And also, you, like I said, you can't go wrong with the slot guys. Personally, I'm always gonna like the physical archetype just because it's gonna be the big, taller, just physical ass receivers. I'm cool getting a receiver that's a little bit slower than the other guys because I like the big guys. I mean, I got Marcus Colston, he's 6'4". I got Roy Williams, he's 6'3". I mean, those guys put in fucking work. They make tough grabs and they make plays for me. So yeah, but at the end of the day, you can get whoever you want. I'm just breaking it down by the archetype, which ones are the best based off what abilities do they get for cheaper and what abilities do they get in general. So that's pretty much gonna do it though, boys. Like, comment, subscribe, man, and your boys out.